Hello, this is Keith Henry here on the Coppin State University tennis courts with head coach Will Riley as his Lady Eagles shut out UMES 6-0 to wrap up the season on the ladies' side. You wrap it up with 3 straight wins. Had to be a great note to kick things off into next season. Talk about this win, Coach.
Yeah, very, very proud of the young ladies. They came out with a lot of emotion on senior day, and my seniors really stepped it up, as well as other players. And like I said, we had a good win today against UMES. It was tough the last time we played them. And this time, you know, his #1 girl was out, but he had other girls that stepped in and still played and made it a competitive match. Like I said, we shut them out 6-0, but it was a great day, and I was impressed with the young ladies. Like I told them, it was some of the better tennis that they've played all season today, and I was really impressed with them.
Talk about your seniors. It was a bit emotional for Ashley and Miranda. Yeah. But they were able to push through that and handle business.
Yeah, it was really emotional with them. Like I said, you know, it got really emotional after our last regular season conference game when we played, I think it was Morgan, and they knew that they weren't going to MEAC, so that really hurt them a lot. But this right here, I think it was joyous, but it was also like heart-filled because they got a chance to be honored for the work that they've done these 4 years. And like I said, whether they made MEACs or not, they still were team players, and they gave 110% of what they could do in order to get to the next stage. And like I told them, I mean, you completed stage 1. Now you're going to the real world after graduation. And so you got to step it up even more and just continue to be leaders, going to grad school and do what you have to do. And to make the most of it. That's the biggest thing. And being emotional, I've never seen Miranda shed a tear in her life, and this was the first time that I've ever seen that out of her, and that really touched me as well.
Coach Carissa and Tana, and they did that thing too today, Coach. Talk about that core that you're gonna bring into next season.
Yeah, I think what they did, it's setting the stage for next season. And like I said, they all played well. Carissa played well, and I'm hoping that we can get in some new players next year to where we can move her down in the lineup some. And so she won't have to fight as hard, and it'll be a little more easier for her. That's what we're looking to do. And with Tana and Precious as well, they're young, they're freshmen, and they have a lot of learning to do. We got a lot of work still to do. We're getting prepared for everything, but I think that they're gonna make some good dividends for Coppin State women tennis.
Coach, your year's not quite over. You have the men going to Wagner on Tuesday. On the women's side, you wrap this one up with 3 straight wins. What have you learned so far from your experience here, this being your first year?
Well, I think one of the biggest things I've learned is you have to be able to adapt to change, and that's one of the biggest things that I think has happened here is dealing with change. We've had change in administration, we had change with the athletic program, with things going on with the with the MEAC, like I said, UMES men dropping their program. So we had to adjust, and that's one thing that one of the biggest things is change, and also just like I said, just being able to adapt to what's been given to me. And like I said, we know we don't have a lot, but like I told the players, we got to work with what we have, and we got to make some sacrifices next year in order to get better. And that's what we're going to have to do, is make some sacrifices in order to bring in some more players, but keep everybody that we do have and make things a lot better, because I think that we can do it here. We can do it here. Coppin has a lot of rich traditions, and we want to add tennis and make it even more richer, and that's what I think we can do. We have a beautiful facility and everything, and like all we need is to get people in here, be competitive, and we'll get even more people in here and get some national recognition. That's what I'm looking for. And I mean that's like I said, coming from Alabama and playing 20, 30 matches a year. It's a difference when you're just playing 12 or 13 now. But, I want to get into that tradition of playing more matches, giving the kids more time out there on the course playing, and just being winners and being competitors. And that's what we're looking for.
All right. That is head coach Will E. Riley for women and men's tennis team. The women defeat UMES 6-0 here on the Coppin State University tennis courts. Coach Riley, thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.
And see you next time.